Another busy week in MLS with 10 sides in league action on Wednesday night. While Houston's Wilmer Cabrera became the latest coaching casualty as the pressure of the playoff race intensifies. We have the full set of fixtures from across the weekend though, starting in Los Angeles.
The LA Galaxy snapped a 3-game losing streak in midweek, with one man stealing the show yet again. Now they faced a Seattle side capable of the spectacular.
1, 2, 3, and Rui Diaz, and still Rui Diaz. That's a terrific goal.
A vital encounter for these West Coast giants in the hunt for the playoffs. Commentary comes from Adam Virgo and Phil Blacker.
Rui Diaz was he hauled back there? That's what he's claiming. He was first back to his feet, and it is, yeah, thought it might be. It's a straight red card already. Well, only 5 minutes played. Daniel Steres lands the Galaxy with a huge problem.
Can't allow the ball to bounce, but look how open the Galaxy are at the back there. 5 minutes into the game, can't leave yourself one-on-one at the back. I think it is a red card. This is a real chance for the Sounders to take complete control of this game now.
Fabio Alvarez comes away with the ball. Ibrahimovic will return it to him. He's got plenty of space in which to work here, Alvarez. Cuts it back towards Dos Santos, who goes down. And the referee's given the penalty. It's another big call from Robert Sabiga, who's been kept very busy in the early stages here. Kevin Stott is the video assistant referee. He's currently having a look at it. Robert Sabiga did give it. He's going to have another look at this himself.
I do think it's a handball that in there as well when he takes that first touch.
The recommendation to review it suggests that he may want to revise his decision. And he's not given it. Home fans react with frustration. Jordan Morris, Dos Santos and Polenta trying to get back to him. Morris rides that challenge, then takes a tumble, Skjelvik across. It's with Ship to Raul Rui Diaz, surely scores for the Sounders. Emphatic finish from their top scorer.
I'd say it's great advantage there from the referee. Ship then keeping his composure to put it to that right-hand side into the pathway of Raul Rui Diaz. And that's an excellent finish from the number 9.
Rui Diaz on target for the first time since defeat at home to Portland almost a month ago. They're in the mood for more at the end of the half here. Morris teeing it up for Ladero. Rui Diaz is in again. Not quite this time. Well, that nearly was his double, and he will probably feel it should have been.
Good save there from Bing, who just comes out and closes that angle down really, really quickly, makes himself big.
Here's Felcher. Sebastian Leggett. Ibrahimovic! Brilliant goal! It's another trademark header from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, riding to the rescue for the Galaxy again.
Well, you just can't keep him out of the headlines, can you? It's a great ball in from Felcher.
Stepping up yet again when required. Felcher. Delivers the cross deep, down goes Ibrahimovic. And the referee's given it a think, has he here? Well, it's another major moment. It's a Galaxy penalty.
Again, he's up against Kim. They're both wrestling each other. It's a clever play, though, from Ibrahimovic.
Huge moment, this one. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who won the penalty for the Galaxy, scores the penalty for the Galaxy, right into the corner.
You just run out of things to say about this great, great player. And again, he has come to the Galaxy's rescue.
Advance again here through Antuna. Ibrahimovic is on the hat-trick and he's missed it this time. Well, you didn't expect that.
Well, he is human, isn't he, after all.
A long ball over the top. Bingham's come a long way as well. And a chase on here, he's not going to get there. Isn't Skjelvik, it's in. It's 2-2. An extraordinary goal.
Well, he's made important saves, David Bingham, in this game, but he's made a horror mistake there. Oh, Seron Skjelvik to get the own goal. Nothing really he could have done. And this from Ibrahimovic now seems a massive one.
If I would score the goal ahead in front of the goal, we would win, but I think we did great today, fantastic. We showed great spirit. Playing with one less for almost the whole game is not easy.
Over in the East, the table-topping Philadelphia Union travelled to a Chicago Fire team who'd won 2 of their last 3 and was spearheaded by Nemanja Nikolic, who'd scored in each of his last 3 games. And 7 minutes before half-time, he had another, a clever darting run at the near post and a 1-0 lead. 5 minutes later, the Fire had the chance to make it 2. Aurélien Collin wrestled with the former Philadelphia forward CJ Sapong at a corner, and the referee, Joseph Dickerson, pointed to the spot. Nikolic stepped up and kept up his hot goal-scoring run. That's now 5 in his last 4 and 11 for the season. The Union were given some hope, though. On the stroke of half-time, Nicolas Gaitan dived into an ill-advised challenge on Jamiro Montero. And the Argentine playmaker was shown the 3rd red card of his professional career. So it was 10 against 11 for the whole of the second half, but the Union couldn't make the most of their advantage, with Sapong coming close to making it 3 just after half-time. And then Philadelphia at least offering something in the game's last seconds. Jack Elliott's header saved by Kenneth Kronholm. The Union stumble. It's 3 wins in 4 for the Fire.
The Union's defeats meant that Atlanta United could go top with a win over the Portland Timbers at a packed Providence Park. An early breakthrough came for the Five Stripes when Josef Martinez's near-post header was blocked before Leandro Gonzalez-Pires smashed home his first MLS goal for almost a year. This was the 3rd of 10 straight home fixtures for the Timbers, and in front of their fervent fans, they thought they'd levelled when Brian Fernandez stooped to head past Brad Guzan. However, the Argentine, who'd netted twice in his previous start, had made a move a split second too soon and was correctly called offside. Martinez has been a man on a mission in recent games, and last season's Golden Boot winner extended his own record for scoring in consecutive games to 11 by expertly firing home within a minute of the restart. Atlanta had won the Campeones Cup in midweek, but showed little signs of losing any concentration as the game wore on. Guzan producing a stunning stop to deny Julio Cascante as Frank de Boer's side repeated their MLS Cup winning 2-0 scoreline from the last meeting between these two sides.
Heading east, Bruce Arena was facing an old club in the New York Red Bulls and one of his former US players in Chris Armas. These two are in the thick of the playoff battle, and the Red Bulls came close early. Daniel Royer denied by Matt Turner. But the home team did take the lead 18 minutes in. Royer's cross not properly cleared, and Mark Szotkowski thumping home to give the Red Bulls the advantage. With 25 minutes left, the Rebs were level. Gustavo Bo had made quite an impact since joining, and this was his 4th goal in just his 6th MLS match. Expertly taken too. The Red Bulls still could have won it though. In added-on time, Michael Murillo picked out Bradley Wright-Phillips, and Turner made a magnificent save. A big point for the Rebs, frustrating for the Red Bulls.
Cincinnati fans were drumming up support for new coach Ron Jans in the Dutchman's first home game in charge against New York City FC. Hoping to build on a 2-2 derby draw at Columbus last week, the hosts were given a great chance to open the scoring when Roland Lamar burst through before being brought down by Eric Miller. Emmanuel Ledesma stepped up, but Sean Johnson guessed the right way to chalk up his first spot kick save of the season. 6 minutes later, there was nothing the NYCFC keeper could do to stop Alan Cruz's thunderbolt of a strike, a fifth of the term for the Costa Rican. But the orange smoke from the home fans' flares hadn't even lifted by the time the visitors equalised. Valentin Castellanos with a perfectly placed curler. The momentum had swung NYCFC's way, and another dangerous attack brought another opportunity for Domenic Torrent's side. Referee Nemes Agafi expertly spotting Andrew Gutman's handball inside the penalty area. Maxi Morales had the responsibility, but Shemisław tit on match Sean Johnson's heroics before gathering up Eber's opportunistic prod. The Brazilian forward, who has a happy knack of being in the right place at the right time, wouldn't be denied 10 minutes later, as he proved alert enough to force home Castellanos' somewhat fortunate assist. The Argentinian supplied a more definitive touch to put NYCFC 3-1 up, heading in Maxime Chano's flick from close range. And Castellanos' brace was matched by Eber. This goal, all his own work, however, as the Bronx-based club registered their biggest away win in over 2 years.
Staying in Ohio, the Columbus Crew were looking to make it 6 games without defeat as they hosted a Toronto FC team who were pushing for the postseason. Pedro Santos had scored 3 in his last 3 and came close to giving the Crew the lead 24 minutes in. That effort the wrong side of the post, and 3 minutes before half-time, the away team did find the target. Jonathan Osorio with his first goal since the start of May. Columbus, though, drew level 3 minutes into the second half. This time, Pedro Santos got it right with a fabulously measured finish, his 9th of this breakout season for him. Suddenly the Crew looked the likelier winners, and substitute Luis Argudo came painfully close to giving them the lead. Quentin Westberg and the crossbar just about stood in the way. 8 minutes from the end, though, Columbus looked like they'd won it. David Akam allowed to run and then fire home his second MLS goal for the Crew. There was a late twist, though. Auro teasing in a cross as the clock ticked towards 90 minutes, and Josie Altidore nodding home an equaliser. A point, really, that helps neither side. After 6 defeats in 7, could the Montreal Impact use home advantage to turn their season around? They hosted FC Dallas, who'd started to show a real eye for goal. With the race for the playoffs heating up, could either claim a vital 3 points at Stade Saputo? Your commentators are David Prutton and Dan Roebuck.
Lovitz to play the ball to the edge of the area. Massive opportunity taken brilliantly, Lapalainen. Well, Dallas switch off, and the Montreal Impact punish the Texans. Not quite sure exactly what happened with the Dallas defending.
It's quite clearly a mistake, isn't it? Falls at the feet of Lapalainen, who's got the composure to beat Gonzalez. It's a real gift that's been offered to the home side there.
.45 is up, we'll have 60 more seconds. Ferreira gives it away, Lapalainen is through again here! Same results! Definitive finish for the second time, and the Finn at the double has given the Impact a second.
Well, Lucho Gonzalez will be absolutely raging with this, because this by Ferreira, such a cheap giveaway. Square ball in the centre of the pitch that gets intercepted by Lapalainen.
Well, it's not gone to plan at all for FC Dallas. Pack go down a more elaborate route, and it may well pay dividends here. Decent looking ball in, and an excellent finish. Okonkwo stretched out the boot and just about made enough contact.
Into the edge of the 6-yard box. Delightful cross with the outside of the right foot by Tyder. Nice run on the blind side of the defence, but this one, my word, split second where perhaps that could have gone horribly wrong.
Seventh of the campaign for Okonkwo. This is Barrios. Good start. Ondrzejczyk. Dallas back in this. Well, the Impact defence switch off for a second, and the substitute has struck for the visitors.
Straight down Evan Bush's throat, this. I'm surprised it doesn't deal with it. The question marks, when you look at the defenders looking at each other, they're probably thinking, is Ondrzejczyk offside? But I think as the ball gets hit towards goal by Barrios, he's just in line with the last man.
Ondrzejczyk will knock it down. Barrios must score! Bush somehow does enough. However, was Barrios then shoved over? The referee says no. Massive opportunity for FC Dallas.
It's wonderful play, isn't it? Ball up to the big man, flick down to the little man, buzzing around him. Looking around Barrios there, presuming that he'd been knocked to the floor illegally, but I think he did strike his hand as he was bringing it under control.
Gonzalez can't believe it. He thinks it should have been the other way around and a penalty for FC Dallas. Bush this time under real pressure. Bush. Pepe's header. Was that handball? It might not matter. What's the referee going to give? Handball indeed. Now, here's an opportunity. Impact concede the penalty.
Definitely stopping the ball going towards Evan Bush's goal.
It is Ziegler. Definitive finish. Thumped into the net. And Dallas have another goal back.
Superb penalty, isn't it? Struck with such conviction. Evan Bush, absolutely no chance whatsoever. Maybe, just maybe, there's an unlikely point on the cards here for FC Dallas.
Plenty of white shirts to aim at then here. Barrios charged with the responsibility. Fair delivery, brilliant goal! Gladstone, the equaliser in the 90th minute. Luchi Gonzalez always believed. He didn't give up, and neither have his players.
There's a wonderful late run, the ability to be able to find time and space in the opposition box when it comes to set-piece time. Right place at the right time.
It is a fifth of the campaign for Hollingshead. Let's not forget here, the Montreal Impact were 3-0 up, and it's just fallen apart.
FC Dallas's draw meant that runaway Western Conference leaders LAFC could book their place in the playoffs with victory at RSL, the team that put them out of the postseason in 2018. LAFC started powerfully and might have got in front on 21 minutes. Adama Diamonde and Diego Rossi somehow kept out. RSL had to defend against wave upon wave of attacks. Jordan Harvey and Latif Blessing combining to tee up Diamonde, whose effort was blocked on the line by Aaron Herrera. Referee Baldomero Toledo initially gave a penalty and sent off Herrera for handball, until a video review showed that the ball hadn't touched Herrera's arm. Decision reversed, as the player made sure we all knew why. And then 3 minutes into the second half, the game took another turn. Everton Luiz was pulled down by Walker Zimmerman, a second yellow card of the game for him, and LAFC down to 10 men for most of the second half. Into the final half hour though, and Bob Bradley's team found that elusive bit of magic. Diamonde finding Vela, who was fouled by Herrera, and this time it was an LAFC penalty and an unfortunate red card for Herrera, his first ever in MLS. Vela struck the perfect spot kick to make it 24 for the campaign and a new single-season record for assists and goals combined, and the visitors didn't look back. 8 minutes from time, Diamonde ran through to make it 2-0 and put LAFC into the playoffs for the second consecutive year.
The Houston Dynamo's first game since Wilmer Cabrera's sacking in midweek saw interim coach Davy Arnaud in the dugout and the Colorado Rapids as the opposition. True to their moniker, the visitors were quick off the mark. Diego Rubio raced on to Sam Nicholson's header to put Connor Case's side in front in the 7th minute. 4 straight defeats put paid to Cabrera's reign. A response was required. Memo Rodriguez close to providing it, but denied by the fingertips of Clint Irwin. Defensive deficiencies had cost the Dynamo dear in recent games, and further poor play at the back saw them punished again. Rubio taking advantage of a sloppy pass from Meno Figueroa to make it 2-0, his 8th goal in his last 10 league appearances. With just over a quarter of an hour remaining, the Dynamo kick-started a comeback. Mauro Manota smashing home Adam Lundqvist's through ball. And the Colombian was on hand to finish a well-worked move to earn the home side an unlikely point. An 11th goal of the season for the striker, who will be key to the Dynamo's slim playoff chances.
Adrian Heath and Minnesota United were looking for a 6th win in their last 7 home games as they faced an Orlando City team who are still pushing for a playoff place in the East. They might have gone in front 25 minutes from the end when substitute Robin Lurd was denied a first MLS goal by Brian Rowe. And the visitors built on that moment of excellence a couple of minutes later. Nani able to burst through, and Ike Opara mistiming his challenge. Jair Marufo pointing to the spot, Opara getting none of the ball. Nani fired home the spot kick for his first goal since the 1st of June, and Orlando held the lead until added on time, when Roman Metania's long throw fell to Abu Danladi for a dramatic late equaliser. Even more dramatically, Orlando came again and thought they'd won a penalty when Chase Gasper handled Tesho Akindele's shot. A review showed that Akindele had been in an offside position though, and so panic over for the Loons, whose late rally at least kept them on course.
Sporting Kansas City's diminishing playoff hopes needed a shot in the arm as they faced the San Jose Earthquakes. Chris Wondolowski's record-breaking season continued. His glancing header opened the scoring and meant a double-digit goal haul for the 10th consecutive campaign. The Quakes only held on to their lead courtesy of a brilliant stop from Daniel Vega, who acrobatically saved Johnny Russell's powerfully hit long ranger. SKC hadn't won a match after conceding the first goal of the game all season, but a comeback success was on when Benny Feilhaber netted his first goal since returning to the club, with which he won the 2013 MLS Cup. A second SKC goal nearly came after some fancy footwork from Daniel Shaloui set up Roger Espinoza, but the veteran found Vega in inspired form once again. Peter Vermees's team refused to give up, and when Russell's free kick cannoned off the post, Graham Smith was on hand to force in the winner. His first MLS goal giving SKC just a second home win since late May, much to the relief of the locals.
Our final match featured a Vancouver team who hadn't won at home since May the 25th, taking on a DC United side who'd won only once away since the end of April. The Caps went in front 18 minutes in, Jordi Reyna beating a static-looking Bill Hamid. DC nearly drew level moments later, Ulysses Segura chasing forward and Maxime Crepeau doing well to keep out the shot. Vancouver had the better chances and came close to a second as the game approached the hour. Derek Cornelius denied elastically by Hamid. And a minute later, Reyna came close to a second. Hamid beaten by his dipping effort, the crossbar keeping him out. The Caps deserved the win, but 4 minutes from the end, DC very nearly grabbed an equaliser. Substitute Luciano Acosta heading onto a post, as Vancouver could finally celebrate another win at home.
Despite that win, Vancouver remain bottom of the Western Conference. At the top, LAFC have punched their playoff ticket in double quick time, with a record-breaking 9 games to spare.
to go above Philadelphia into first place in the East, with NYCFC in third with 2 games in hand on the 5 Stripes and 3 on the Union. A single point separates 6th and 9th.
We leave you with LAFC's history maker.
Carlos Vela. He's got the Major League Soccer record now, combined goals and assists in a season.
Without the team, it's not possible, so it's like record for everybody, and we are really happy to have it.
This copyrighted telecast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.